Running your Amazon business has never been more complicated, which is why we created an SOP library with over 450 standard operating procedures. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. And in this video, I'm going to walk through some of the content that we've created. Now, this is going to be a guide for those who have purchased this product already, and we're going to explain and kind of walk through some of the SOPs that are available. If you're watching this and haven't purchased this yet, the cost to do so is $1,000 to get a license access. It's pretty expensive. And the reason for that is we've spent millions of dollars making this content, and there's just a lot of value that we've put into it. Here is just a kind of a taste of some of the topics we've put together. Everything that you need to run an Amazon business, ranging from traffic generation and SEO and PPC, and all the conversion elements in design, and all of the catalog management that you see on screen here. Example SOP on the right here on how we've built some of this, and you get kind of the idea from here. We've had a lot of good feedback from people, and I talk about my Lambo just to get people to buy this because, yeah, if I have a Lambo, apparently that makes me worth buying SOPs from, something like that. Anyway, so here is the back end of our SOP library, and we've got subfolders on a bunch of information inside of here that you guys can see. The topics are subgrouped where they're going to be the most helpful to you, so you get an idea of what you're looking for. So for example, if you're a Vendor Central Amazon account brand owner, we have a Vendor Central folder with all of the things like how to create a pick list and how to do routing requests and vendor initiated orders, some very technical Vendor Central topics that you're going to need to know how to do. And as I'm scrolling down this, you can see that the list is quite extensive. There's quite a bit of SOP topics on each of these subcategories. One of the other things I would like to point out is when we first launched our SOP library back in March of 2023, we went to market with about 300 SOPs. You can now see that we're talking about 450 SOPs. So after you make a purchase into this library, we will continue to add standard operating procedures. So you're going to want to come back and check for updates. Additionally, if there's an SOP that you really need, you guys can make a request and send that over to us, and we're happy to build that kind of content out. This particular library has some of the most sophisticated and advanced content in some key areas such as SEO, which you see on screen here. We talk about how to find keywords, how to QA for checklists on copywriting, how to automate, use an automated prohibited keyword filter checker. I mean, that's a huge one right there. If you're in supplements, buying the SOPs just to cover this one SOP will save you thousands of dollars, because if you use one of the prohibited keywords, your listing can get yanked. How to optimize title, bullets, description. Let's go ahead and click into this one to give you guys kind of a taste or an example of what this can look like. So in here, you know, like 1 or 2 line overview so you guys know what you're going to dive in and see, and then specifically go in and just give example after example of how to do something. So here's what a title need, do this stuff. Don't do this stuff, and all the rules that are involved in that. Here's an example of that after following those rules. Same thing with bullets. Here's what the outline should look like. Here's all the things you should do. Here's all the things you should not do. And then here's some examples following that, and so forth. And same thing for description yet again. So for those that were able to track all that, you just got a free SOP on how to do title, bullets, and descriptions. That's not even close to being one of our best ones. At My Amazon Guide, we run 5 phases of SEO. We have phase 0, which is the advanced master keyword list. And then phase 1 is about indexing your product to begin with on Amazon, which is really tricky, right? We talk a lot about how you need to add 500 words of content into your A+ content and make it crawlable text. Nobody else talks about this. And then phase 2, incremental indexing. So goal month 1, by day 30, you want to index for about 1,000 keywords when you launch your product. SEO phase 2, you want to get to about 20% extra on that after another 30 days. Phase 3, this is strike zone. This is looking at keywords in rank 20 through 50 and trying to push those up into the top 1 through 10. And phase 4 of SEO, market share, your impressions, clicks, add to carts, and purchases. And we walk through with guides on how to do every single one of those phases. One of the biggest platforms that's making a splash right now is Walmart, which is why we've had an extensive amount of Walmart SOPs also generated. Topics range from how to load products, how to build parentage, how to create an item within the catalog, how to manage Walmart advertising, how to do Walmart keyword research. Pretty similar to Amazon, but there are some differences, so you guys could check that out as well. Our catalog section is so large, we have some subcategories built out here. Topics can range from general catalog stuff to brand registry, logistics, merchandising, and troubleshooting. So the troubleshooting can talk about how to get a listing cleared, how to clear pesticides, gating. Oh my gosh, that one's dumb. I hate that one so much. I can't believe Amazon gates your products for pesticides. And you're like, I sell tweezers. Why do I have to take the pesticides test? Well, we give you the answer key, so you don't have to worry about that, which is pretty stupid. How to remove negative feedback and troubleshoot letters of compliance and reinstatement and design right infringements and stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool troubleshooting stuff in there. Logistics, how do I make a shipment? How do I download customer shipment sales history? How do I remove a shipment? And how do I export all this stuff and create all of those restock reports? So we have a lot of information on restock reports. You can see here part 1, 2, and 3, because there's a lot of steps you can decide to take depending on how sophisticated you want to get. Probably our most popular SOPs, these are the ones that were most frequently requested, is our advertising and PPC SOPs. And there's a broad range of topics that we talk about in here for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. So no matter where you are on PPC, there's going to be some cool things in here. One of my favorite was how to do some bulk operations, and it only takes a couple of minutes to learn how to do this. So for example, if you have a high SKU account, north of 100 SKUs, you could create an auto campaign and an ad group for every single SKU in your account in less than 15 minutes following one of our SOPs. And that's cool because you need an auto campaign for every SKU, but you don't necessarily want to have a high bid. So one of the techniques that we teach in this SOP is to create a 5-cent bid, low budget advertising campaign auto for every single product. And this will be one of the lowest ACoS, highest ROI campaigns you can ever create. It's not scalable, but it's super easy to do, and it's one of those nice, easy ROI tasks that you can do after following one of our SOPs. We'll have some super advanced stuff like how to convert up and down bidding strategies to down only. Some of you are wondering, why would I even need to know how to do this? Well, it's because when you're trying to lower your ACoS, you need to do some of these more advanced things. And if you have hundreds, if not thousands of campaigns created on your account, being able to take a bulk file, knowing where to go, where to load it, what to exclude or include on the run rate, and having examples of what your Excel sheet should look like and how to switch it over and where to go can be super valuable. So you can see how granular some of this data gets. This SOP can be very valuable to save you a lot of time doing a bulk operation on what should be a simple technique, but do so at scale. Let's talk about brand registry next. So wow, if you Google any topic on brand registry, there is like a 50% chance that one of my videos comes up in the top 3 results, both in Google and on YouTube. I've been talking for years about how complicated brand registry is. Well, we've got all the bugs and all the tutorials on how to handle this. We filed more than 2,000 trademarks. We know a lot about how brand registry works. Something as simple as, how do I file a brand registry ticket, with instructions, links that you can click and just immediately go follow. Pictures that talk to you about which thing you need to do at which step. Very thorough SOPs on how to generate this and what to do and all the fun things that come out of that. So that brings us to this question. When you first get involved in our SOP library, you've made the purchase, where should I start? And my answer to you is, what goal do you have? What are you trying to accomplish? For example, if you're like, man, my ACoS is super high, obviously you're going to go float over to the PPC section. If you have a listing yank, you're going to go over to the troubleshooting section. If you don't have any current problems or pain points, what you might want to do then is ask your team and say, hey, what are the things you struggle with that you really wish you had some training, direction, or directions on? And they will typically tell you. And then you can go search our library. We have some search functions in there where you can type anything in and it will guide you directly to the SOP that matters. We've organized it into subfolders and genres and good stuff like that. But you might also find value in using the search box as well. Here's me using the search box right here. So if you just go to myamazonguy.document360.io, you do have to be logged in to do this. And then you type in something like SEO. All of the SEO things will come up and you can scan and view all the results to see what's going to make the most sense for you. And you can see there's an extensive amount of pages and pages of references to SEO as the topic. And you could do the same thing for PPC, design, merchandising, troubleshooting, etc. The world is your oyster. Use the search box to find whatever you need to help you out on Amazon. Well, hopefully you've already purchased our SOPs and you're in there and using them, and you can hit upvote and downvote if you like something or if you don't. Make requests. We're happy to expand the library and help everybody out. We've had hundreds of people that have already purchased this, and if you haven't yet, but you just watched this video about what's involved and you want to make a purchase, go over to myamazonguy.com/SOP and you can gain access to our SOPs today. The access is immediate. We do have a bunch of FAQs like, what's in the library and how do you access things and all of the cool things you could possibly want to know. Subscription options here. We are happy to give a money day back guarantee. We do have probably about, I'd say 1% of people that purchase it take advantage of the refund, and we do issue those, no questions asked. And we're here to serve. It's not me against you, other Amazon agencies. So if you're an agency and you want to purchase these, you have my blessing, no problem. And if you're an Amazon brand, all the better. It's all of us against Amazon, and we've had to create these SOPs to help people navigate this ever-changing atmosphere. And by the way, we do update the SOP, so if something changes, you want to make, flag and bring it to our attention, we're going to go in there and do our best to update those as quickly as possible because we're here to serve. We're an education company at My Amazon Guy. We happen to be an agency, but we're really an education company. And so all the things I do is to build content and education around how to sell on Amazon. And with that, hope you make a purchase. Hope you enjoy the SOPs. My name is Stephen Pope, and I'm the founder of my SOP library at My Amazon Guy.